What's up, Conor McGregor fanboys? Today we're going to be breaking down UFC 329, McGregor versus Holloway 2. The fight I'm going to be breaking down is Ryan Gondra versus Zach Reese. I'm going to go with Ryan Gondra. I'm going to go with a round one or round two knockout. Zach Reese is a pretty alright fighter, but I just see him getting hurt by these guys with heavy hands who are like really skilled enough to set up that shot. And I think Ryan Gondra is going to be skilled enough to set up that shot on Zach Reese and probably get him out of there in the first or second round. But yeah, that's what I pick. I mean, the only person Ryan Gondra has beaten in the UFC was Jose Medina, but Zach Reese fought Jose Medina and took him to a decision. So that's why I think Ryan Gondra is going to win, just because I think he's a little more lethal with it. Um, they don't have too far off experience. Ryan Gondra is also like an LFA demon. Like he has fought some pretty good guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Ryan Gondra. Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida. I'm gonna pick Damian Pinas in this one. Cesar Almeida, when he fought Roman Kopylov, he got taken down. It just showed like his wrestling level wasn't there, even against a guy that was really good on the feet. He who didn't really want to test himself against Cesar Almeida. He took him down. And I know he has good kickboxing, but he's on the bit of the older side. And I just see the younger fighter winning in this one. So yeah, give me Damian Pinas by first round knockout or maybe first round submission. Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. I'm gonna go with Adrian Yanez in this one. Yeah, I know they have similar records, and this I think is a little bit slicker than Cody Garbrandt. They have similar speed. Um, Cody Garbrandt's good with that footwork, but I think Adrian Yanez will force him into an exchange and kind of finish him there. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Adrian Yanez third round TKO or KO. Gable Stevenson versus Elijah Ellison. I really want Elijah Ellison to win. I know he has a really like kind of tragic backstory, just like a lot of fighters do. And I saw in an interview, and he was kind of given a tearjerker, little speech. But you know what? I just think Gable Stevenson's gonna win. He's too athletic. He's got the wrestling. Yeah, that's the main thing. He's got the wrestling. So even if he is having trouble on the feet, he's seeing something he's never seen before. No one has ever really seen wrestling like Gable in the heavyweight division. Just because there's not that many good wrestlers like with a wrestling pedigree like Gable Stevenson, so that's why I think he's going to do well in the heavyweight division. There's not enough wrestlers. There's not enough grapplers that are like specialties. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Gable Stevenson. I think he'll probably win a decision here. Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whitaker. I'm gonna go with Rob Whitaker in this one. I think he'll be a little bit too quick for Nikita Krylov. Um, I know he's a little bit undersized, so maybe Nikita Krylov could bully him a little bit, but I just don't see it happening. I think he's going to be healthy. I think he's going to be more full of energy. And when you're more full of energy, you're just quicker. And maybe you're not physically quicker or faster, but you just feel quicker. You feel like you move better. So yeah, give me Robert Whitaker by decision. Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. I think this one's going to be a war, but I favor Loner Kavanaugh. I think he's going to land the slicker shots, rock Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval's just on a bit of a downward trajectory, and he hasn't been winning fights. And he's been doing all right, but the Manel Cat performance was really not good. And I know a lot of people look bad against Manel Cap, but it's not really like Brennan Royval to be that defensive. But I don't think he'll be defensive in this one. I think he's going to come out there trying to scrap. But I think Loner Kavanaugh is just going to kind of be slipping the jab and landing his cross and whipping some of those kicks and maybe catching some of Brennan Royval's kicks and taking him down, stuff like that. I just I don't know, when you're losing like this as a fighter, and you're 33, it's usually not the best sign. So I'm gonna go with the younger guy, 27. He's 5'5". That's crazy. Yeah, I'm 5'5" too. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I can't believe Loner Kavanaugh is 5'5". He's a handsome guy. No homo, no diddy, but yeah, he's 27. I think he's gonna beat Brandon Royval. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Loner Kavanaugh by decision. I think it'll be a war, but I think Loner Kavanaugh will land the cleaner shot. Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. Um, I saw that Mario Batista was saying that he wanted to take him down and that he didn't want to make it a striking fight. But I actually think that isn't the best game plan. I think he would do well in a striking fight because I think Corey Sandhagen, a lot of people say he's regressed on the feet. I don't think he's regressed, but he picks his shots more. He's not as violent as he used to be. Has also been making a point to be more violent. I'm sorry, I don't know if you hear noise in the background. The thing just went off. Say that I don't think that Mario Batista can out grapple Corey Sandhagen. I really don't. I don't think he's got the grappling of Umar. Could knock him out on the feet. And I know that sounds crazy. He doesn't knock anybody out. But Corey Sandhagen, he wasn't doing too well with Marab on the feet. He got rocked. So maybe his chin isn't as good. But, it's the fight game. I would never rely on that, but rely on a knockout. But I think that I think the fight will just be so even. These guys are literally like neck and neck. Like I'm fencing this one hard because I really don't know. I'm gonna just go with Corey Sandhagen by decision, but like I said, I really don't know. This fight could go either way. Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. I'm gonna go with Benoit Saint Denis in this fight. Um, I think that any reasonable person would pick Benoit. And here's the thing: I could see Paddy getting a submission, but this fight is gonna end in a finish. And Paddy just doesn't really knock anyone out. He knocked out like one guy. He hurt Justin Gaethje. He hurt Tony, but he's never really like. I wouldn't like. I'm not scared. Paddy's just gonna like. Nobody's like Paddy's got that one hitter quitter that'll just put your lights out. Benoit Saint Denis, he's just like he puts combinations together with kicks. He's vicious. Paddy Pimblett is also vicious with his submission, with his attacking, with trying to finish you. But he tries to finish you by hurting you and subbing you. He doesn't really try to knock you out. Benoit Saint Denis doesn't care. He'll flatten you out on the ground and bully you and land hammer fists and land ground and pound, and he'll try to submit you. He'll try to knock you out. He'll literally try to do whatever in the fight. Like the fight with Poirier was literally insane. Um, so yeah, it is hard pick because Paddy Pimblett, he's technical and good and has good submissions. Saint Denis is just a killer. He just goes forward. He throws kicks. He doesn't have the best boxing. That's what I'll say. I think maybe Paddy Pimblett could knock him out, but I don't see it. I think Paddy Pimblett, if he puts him to the canvas, he's going to go for a submission, and I think that submission could land. But I wouldn't count on it. So that's why I'm going to pick Benoit Saint Denis. I think he'll probably just finish Paddy up against the cage in the third round. So that's what I'm picking. Benoit Saint Denis by third round TKO. McGregor versus Max Holloway. This is a crazy fight, guys. I never thought that this fight would be happening, and we still don't know if it's happening. This dude has not been on Embedded. This dude has not made a single appearance anywhere. Apparently, his after party got canceled. We don't know what's going on with Conor McGregor, but he is booked to fight, and for all we know, that should not change because if it does, this card is cooked. This card is. If Conor McGregor doesn't show up for this card, Conor McGregor in the UFC is entirely cooked. They should just cut him from the sport. Never do business with this guy again. Okay? All right. But either way, I'm picking Max Holloway to win. I'm going to go second round TKO. I just think that Conor McGregor, it's impossible for him to come back like a rock star, like a mixed martial artist, someone who's rocking up there to knock somebody out, somebody who's rocking up there to win a fight. I do not see that for Conor McGregor. He has been looking very, very, very washed, and I don't think he can pull this one off. But if he did, it would be amazing. Let's be honest. Right now, we're literally living in the golden age of UFC. Strickland just won the belt. Gaethje just won the belt. Rafael Fiziev just knocked out a Mexican. We're living in a good time. So maybe Conor McGregor could get it done. I don't see it happening. Either way, I'm going Max Holloway, late round, the second round, late second round knockout. Not like I think he's just gonna hit him with 4 shots. Conor McGregor's gonna crumble against the cage. He's gonna whack him with one. The ref's gonna stop it. We're not gonna see anymore. He's gonna take his paycheck, and he's gonna try to fight again and hopefully fight Jake Paul or something. Get some money. So yeah, that'll be all. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.